Josh Helm here. We are here at our Kings Barndominium, and this is a project that we've got going in Weatherford, Texas. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the status of what's been going on over here. I know we haven't been over here since framing stage, so I wanted to show y'all how it looks. It's always interesting once you see all this thing come to life, but this is a very long barndominium. I believe it's about 140 feet long. Overall, I've got a 6,100 or 6,200 square foot approximately under roof, which is a lot of roof line over here. What is encompassed in that is a little dog trot area, which is not very little. It's about 700 square foot. And we've got 1,100 square foot of additional porches. Porches on the front, porches on the back, porches in the middle, and we have a shop involved as well on this deal. So it's about 200 square feet approximately for the living square footage. I think you guys are really going to love this build, and it's black, so the trendy black barndominium. As you can see, we've got some decorative gables going here on the front, and it's going to have some nice wood accent doors. My insulation guys have already been in. A lot of my mechanicals, my HVAC, electrical, plumbing, all these guys have been in. It's an exciting project. We're looking forward to getting on the inside. Let's check it out. We just got power in over here, so they ran the underground, which is always a little bit of a mess, and it's a messy day over here. Also, they've already got their well, which is always a big accomplishment. Helps move the progress forward. Here's the shop on this side. We're going to go in here on one of the porches. As you can see, got a little bit of mud going on. We got our front porch, and then we've got this sort of hangout area. As you can imagine, you could be grilling over here. You could be, you know, get a wind block from that north wind. And this is a neat idea. Now, you could put a lower ceiling in this, but here we went all the way up with it. We didn't want to have to create two ceilings. So that's what we got going on here. I'll show you guys kind of the way this flows. Now, we will be able to get some natural light. That's a laundry room there on that side. But this is going to have a big door coming in right here as well. So it'll be sort of, you got your front entry over there, your main kitchen area right here. So big, open, vaulted kitchen with your island's going to go here. You got a corner pantry over there, as you can imagine, and you've got your big open wall over there. Now, these are our sleeper studs that go up. This will be the living area right here, and that'll look off onto the dog trot. Now, we do have a hallway that feeds all the rooms here. But I wanted to kind of just show you guys what this looks like. This is all of our spray foam. As we talk about, we close all this off. And we've got the 6-inch walls that are closing off all the living. You can see where our spray foam stops. And in this particular setup, this is a 6-inch wall. That over there is a 6-inch wall. But that's all spray foamed, as you can see, in the shop area with a closed cell. So our envelope stops with the living, and it goes all the way down in here, which is, this is our laundry space. So in the laundry room, which this is open to the garage. So we've got our master bedroom right here, right away. Master bedroom, big old bedroom. And the guys are in here working on some of the waterproofing and stuff that we're doing. There's gonna be a freestanding tub there. You got dual vanities, one on each side. You got a big walk-in closet over here. And this is gonna be kind of a drying area. And this is your shower. The guys are working on this today. Across the hall, we got another bedroom with a walk-in closet. And That's here. We've got another full bath with 2 sink vanities, and you got your standard tub. We got 2 niches here on the wall niches for the soap boxes on this one. I'm sure that was a request by the client. You can see this is where our thermostat's going to be right here, and we have our return right there. A lot of the mechanical's already done. Now there's going to be carpet in the bedrooms on this build. So this is another bedroom. You got another great big room back here in the back. Huge room. Little closet right here. This might be just like a family room or bonus room or an office, but this is big. Big old room back here. Another bedroom over here. Another bedroom over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms plus a big room. It's a lot of rooms. Here's something that works good for us is when we're staining the floors, we try to use this. This is a asphalt paper. It's just a felt paper is what this is. This protects from majority of like items that might spill. So this kind of keeps our floor protected as we go through construction, so that when we're ready to put the stain. Now, a lot of times we will go ahead and put the color, the stain, and then put this cover on. For this particular one, I don't know if they were able to do the color yet, so they might have just got in before the spray foam guys come. That's our goal, to get it covered and protected. And then, like I said, these are all going to be carpet in the bedroom, so we didn't pay the extra money to cover these floors. Got a nice steel attic steps here. This is pretty cool. This is called Facro. It's a pretty nice little attic stairs, and I'll show you up in here. This is all of our mechanicals for the HVAC system. So these are the flex ducts that are commonly used in Texas. I know a lot of northern regions don't use these, but we don't have condensation in these areas. These are all insulated ducts, number one, but as you can see, all of our attics are insulated. Some people prefer hard piped ducting, and I get it, I understand, but that's an upgrade. So here, this is what is commonly used in Texas, widespread. Any of this could be modified if you'd like, if you wanted to. So that's what we got going on here. We got the main return coming up into over here, and we have another return that comes in from the main area over there, and all of these feeds all the bedrooms out of the main supply down on that end. So I know there's a lot of experts on air conditioning, so that's why I always come up here, because it's like getting a free inspection. All right, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, would you please do that now? Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, but hit the subscribe button, hit like, share, comment below. All these kind of things help our analytics so that we can keep bringing you guys more content. Also want to say thank you for 150,000 subscribers on the channel. That's always a big milestone when you can hit them in 50s. It was an exciting time when we got our play button a year or so ago, back for our 100,000th, and now here we are, 150,000. So that's a big accomplishment. We appreciate all of the subscribers and for you guys joining along. All right, back to the video. Again, here's the shop. It's a 3-car garage, and I kind of like when you have a standard size door. These are more like, 9 by 10s. So I wanted you guys to get a little bit of a feel for how big this build is. I mean, it's enormous. And these walls are a little bit higher. They're probably 14 or more feet walls. It's a sloppy, dirty day to be out here doing this. But so I wanted to talk to you for a minute in the context of what we're building here. This is what I call a hybrid barndominium. A barndominium in general is the combining of what we find that is deemed normal and something that is a little bit not so normal. So barndominium, meaning like a living place, all joined together. Essentially what we're doing is we're taking the same products that we might use in Texas to build a steel building, which is what we use predominantly in the area for barns. We're combining that with a lot of other common materials that we use in living areas and conventional frame houses and stuff like that. So it's not like it's all going to be a barn. Out of the same materials you use in a barn. It's got to be all that. There's a creativity side of it as well. So, you know, for us, what we have found that we needed to do was to come up with a system that we were able to duplicate and to be able to produce a product over and over again. That's how we formulated the systems that we have. Widely in the barndominium industry, there are a lot of people that don't do it like we do. But there are so many different types of construction that people are doing, and they're stamping it as a barndominium. For me, that's why we're falling into the category of a hybrid barndominium, because we're using steel and wood predominantly to make this structure, which is you're seeing behind me. So now on the outside, you can't see, but there's a break about right there close to where this door is on this side. There's a break that goes from steel construction to all wood construction when it comes to the wall system. The goal here is to have a uniform look so that you're not seeing any breaks or anything like that in different types of construction. The reason why you don't want to go all wood, I think, in a shop area is because it's not necessary. You're not trying to achieve, you don't have as many windows in those areas, number one. Number two, you don't have the sheetrock and all that stuff that's going to go on your exterior walls. That's another reason why I'm not as concerned about air barriers and moisture barriers as much in those areas. And also because we use a different wall system in the shops, we use closed cell foam to help create a thermal break for air and moisture. Now, this is where a lot of people are like, why don't you do that on your roof systems too? They don't understand it. The best reason that I could give you right now, what we try to do is we try to keep this system in ballpark where it stays affordable, where it can be bought and you're spending similar money as you would to if you were building a conventional frame. Now, if we go too far with some of these details, then it's going to go beyond that, which is it's fine, but you're going to have less people that are able to afford it. We had to choose kind of a direction. Okay, what is the best system we can put together that's going to get the most bang for your buck, number one, but maintenance-free type of a product you can get. This is what we've arrived at. If you were trying to put zip system on the roof, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. If I have a client who wants to go the distance with some of their efficiencies, by all means, let's do that. What does that require to do that? Well, we've got to put our purlins closer together. I can't do a 4-foot span. I've got to do 2 foot so that I can put that type of a decking up there. Then I can put any type of roof system I wanted to up there. We'd modify some of the spray foam and that kind of stuff in those areas. Not a big deal. It's just going to add extra steel. It's going to add extra sheathing. It could add thousands of dollars to the cost. On an average size house, somebody might spend $15,000 to $20,000 more. That's a cost that we have reserved to not stamp that as part of our standard. If you're in a different world and you have a different set of circumstances and somebody wants to go to that length, like I said, we're ready, let's do it. That is commonly why we don't do that. All of this envelope that we create around the living quarters is as I explained in our last update video talking about building an airtight building. If you guys haven't seen that, you need to watch that, because we discussed about the HVAC, our insulation, the way that we do all of that. Those are some things that you might want to check out. My concern, as I've told you guys in the past, is people that just build a metal building and add studs on the inside. To me, I think if spray foam for your living area is your only line of defense, I think it's going to break down eventually. So, you know, those are my concerns when it comes to keeping moisture out of your house. This is why we developed the systems that we did, because on living areas where you got all these windows and, you know, yes, we have overhang, but it's not enough to protect from straight line winds, things like that. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about flashing around windows, details that we do, and I'll take you over here and show you a couple of windows right now. That way you see some of the advantages. Okay, so here's an example of a window on a metal building. So I'm trying to show you the different techniques that we use. Now, this is really not the perfect timing on this build, but I want you to see kind of what we do and the steps we take. So you can see now, these are purlins. These are what we call purlins. They run horizontal. This is what we use a lot in metal buildings. You can see they're red iron. That's what it looks like, kind of like this. That's what that is here. And these are covered with the spray foam, the closed cell foam. Of course, the window's already installed here, but what I wanted to show you is this is the back side. So I wanted you to see that we have what's called a base angle. So we got our purlin here, which is the framing for the window. Then we use a base angle that goes up next to that. Now what this does is this provides us a hard plate for our window flashing, so we can wrap it with zip tape, number one. And I'm going to show you on the other side the reason why we do that, because if you don't do that, then your spray foam can impact the flashing around your windows. So this is how you can make sure that your windows do not leak in steel framing. So this is the other side of that wall. On this side of the window, you have what's called a J-trim. So this J-trim, now this window is installed, it's attached to that purlin frame that you saw, which is sitting right in here behind this trim. And then we have our flashing tape, which comes over here. So what we have behind this is we have the flashing tape, and we have a base angle. So, you know, you want this to be as secure as possible, but the reason why people can't get this secured is because most of them don't have this framing. But we put this base angle, which is about a 4-inch base angle, to where you can come and add more fasteners along this. I mean, it don't look pretty, so that's the reason why the sheeting guys don't automatically do it. But when this is all said and done, we're going to add some more fasteners here as we can. But I want to show you, see how loose this is? And now in this case, it's perfect for what I'm talking about, but this is a good thing because it shows you that all that spray foam that I got back there, it did not push this out. Now, this is where a lot of people have problems, because the sheeting goes on, spray foam comes in, and it pushes all of this out. But I just wanted you to see how this is where people have problems with J-trim, because they're relying on J-trim to do all the work. And here we have it all flashed ahead of time with the base angle. Base angle just provides a sturdy backer so that the spray foam doesn't push that out. I don't know if that is a good visual, but it's definitely the reason why we do what we do. Now here is the inside of a interior window for living quarters, and you can see how this one is framed. We have our 2x, and our zip goes on the other side of that 2x, and all of our flashing goes around this. Now these are higher end windows, Andersons, which are really cool and nice windows. This is coming up on the sides, so, and you can see the spray foam guys already came in and insulated that. But this provides me a much better protection for the windows. This is the reason why. We're not going to have to worry about moisture coming in on these windows because we have the zip system around the windows and the doors. The only things you have to worry about on doors is these areas like this and the seals that go around these inner areas right here. I'm going to show you why so many other people have problems with their windows and Texas Best will not when it comes to leaks because of our wall systems. So this is something that is very much a must for us. Like, we don't want to get down the road and have issues. So you can see how some of these, the ribs on this panel fits really nice and tight with where that is, that window. Over on this side, it fits really nice and tight too. But on some of these windows, as I go down, you're going to see there's a difference. This one does not have, it's not nice and tight. So you can see this material is a little rattly. So, you know, we can add a couple more fasteners. That's not a big deal. But we have the zip, and you can see underneath this wall detail that flashing that comes back behind that siding. So if I didn't have the zip and all I had was, say, wood framing, when you spray foam the inside of this wall, it can push, you know, because of the way this J trim is made, this is your metal trim, it's hard to get fasteners directly behind there. So even if you added a fastener, say here, and every 4 foot, that's fine, but in between spots, it's going to push out and water can get back behind there and can cause problems. Well, on ours, we've got a place for the water to go. If water blows in here, it can come down all the way and roll out the bottom. Now here we're going to have stone, and there will actually be, that's why you're seeing some of the plastic on the bottom, because we're going to have a stone wainscoting. So you're going to have some weep holes allowing for water to come out. Also, you're seeing we take extra effort with the zip flashing and the liquid flashing. So we got the liquid flashing, we got the zip board which runs all the way up, and then you've got your window flashings around the windows. Another great thing I might add about this, let's say you had an event where on the inside you've got a shower somewhere right in here, and you had plumbing on an exterior wall. If there was a problem too bad, you could technically remove the trim up here, unscrew this panel, access into the wall with a multi-tool. You could cut a little hole, pull that off, put it back on, re-insulate it, put it back on, and then put your zip flashing, and then cover it back up with your panel. Not have to do anything really to your sheetrock or whatever on the inside, unless you had to. So that's a great advantage about this system as well. Okay guys, well, the progress is going to continue on this build. We're going to be back showing you guys more updates when we can. This is the Kings Barndominium, and that's a cool name. Black Barndominium here in Weatherford, Texas. We're looking forward to showing you guys more content on this channel, your #1 source for Barndominiums on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. We appreciate all you guys do to follow us along. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that now. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Josh Helm, wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching. Texas Best.